Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty the Crappy Crafter. Today we're going to be playing with some, just simple bezels. I got some fat round ones, I got some teardrop ones, I got some triangle ones, I got some skinny round ones, and I got some UV resin, and I got a whole bunch of stuff to just put in them. So yeah, we're just gonna play around with some pendants. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a couple triangles, we got a couple of fat circles, we got a couple skinny circles, we got a couple teardrops, and we're gonna fill them all. And I feel like that may have been a little bit too much, but I was able to trim most of the video down. It was like 4 hours worth of video, not including the stuff that I missed, of course. Alright, so I got this tape in a kit, probably the same kit that I got the bezels out of, and you put the tape on the back of the bezel and it will act as a seal so that it doesn't leak resin everywhere. I'm gonna try to do another ocean themed thing. This particular one is going to fail in a big way. And this is all UV resin, which is not necessarily a good thing considering what I'm doing with the opaqueness, but the sand in the UV resin seems to cure really well. Later, I'll use some pigments, and it's not going to work so well. Remember, always cure both sides of your UV resin. Always, always. And the more opaque it is, the longer it needs to go. Now, you can see that I made it more shallow on one side than the other because I want there to be more water on one side than the other. I put some blue pigment in. We're going to spread it around, and then we'll put some little itty bitty tiny stones along one edge. Arrange them nicely so that they're covered up by the UV resin and will just stick there. And remember, I will cure it. I actually cured that already. I cured both sides again. This is going to be my first attempt on the wave. What I'm doing is just putting the pigment straight in, and it's way too much pigment for something so little. Way too much for something so little. So with this, I'm going to wipe it off and try again. It's not really going to be any better though, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. This time I'm going to use a clear resin instead of the leftover blue stuff. Still putting the pigment in just straight on top. It's just not going to work. It's just too small. But, it's not horrible. It's just not good. I'm going to dome the top. And there it is. First one done. Number 2. This one's going to be really, really simple. I'm just going to fill it with clear UV resin and then spoon a whole bunch of microbeads in. You see how I'm adding a little bit extra here? I shouldn't do that because I'm going to completely try to overflow it with all the microbeads that I put in. I've had these microbeads for I don't even know how long. I think they may have come in a kit. I don't remember. Here I'm taking a little bit of the resin out so I could put more beads in. And even though I don't do it before I finish this video, I will dome the back and the front. In the video, I only dome the front because I don't think about it. But later I will dome both sides so that it looks the same regardless of which way it's facing. Yay! Simple and pretty. Number 3, we work with the first teardrop. With this one, I'm going to, what am I going to do? I think I just plop in some flakes, and then some white iridescent flakes. These are not hollow, they're iridescent. hollow will flash through the whole rainbow. Iridescent will generally flash through a blue-green, sometimes a pink, but generally blue-green. We're going to put some individually shaped glitters in there just for a little bit of pop, even though you can't really see them against the flakes, but that's okay. I think it comes out pretty well. Pretty! I wanted it to have depth, that's why I did it in a couple different layers. Number 4, we're going to start with some transparent blue UV resin, and then we'll cure it, and then we'll use some powder, some of those chrome type powders. They're really meant for nails, but they work for this. Now remember, if you're going to put powder on UV resin, don't completely cure it. It needs to be slightly tacky, and I'm going to screw that up later myself. So I did cure that already, and I cured the second layer as well, and it is off center on purpose. And the reason why I put a little tiny layer on is because I knew I would be using a toothpick to scrape these around and stuff, and I also wanted to have a little bit of dimension. I wanted the glitter to be slightly higher off of the color of the background. I still used a little bit too much glitter though, and it's a little busy. You can't really see the color anymore, but I really like how it came out anyways. What do you think? Number 5, we're going to go in with some pink UV resin with pink glitters. And then I've cured that, curing both sides, of course. And then I'm going to space out my nickname, username, whatever. And then we'll put another layer of UV resin on top. And then for no reason, I'm going to put some pink stars on the pink resin, and yeah, you can barely see it. Some of these color choices, I don't know why I chose what I chose. Okay, this one is gonna mess up. This one really shows that you can't cure it hard. Using the chrome powder just didn't really work on this one as well as I was hoping. And one of the things I could have done was I could have put a no wipe gel top coat on top of it, and that would have worked really, really well. But what I did was I just put another layer of black on top, and then I only cured it for 20 seconds so that the powder would stick to it, except for that one spot. That one spot, it didn't stick to that one spot either time I put resin down. It was so obnoxious. And when it cured, it bubbled up. It was gross. And just wait until you see what happens. Oh, yeah. That did not work in a big way. This is the reason why you really, really shouldn't do opaque UV resins, because it just won't cure all the way through. And I did cure both sides, you can tell, because the back is cured and the front is cured, but there was a layer that wasn't cured, so I'm going to cure it, and then I'm going to dome the back so that it doesn't look too weird, but the front looks like hell. So, you know, it is what it is. Blech. Blech. Oh, I hate it. I don't like that one at all. And I missed some footage because I'm dumb. I was trying to be clever, and I was trying to, you know, have it on sometimes and have it off sometimes, but I turned it off and forget to turn it on. So, I have these cat molds. They're Lucky Cats, Maneki Neko, and I'm making a whole bunch of them because it seems silly to just try to make one. I wanted some options, and then I made too much white resin. So I'm going to fill all the cavities. I'm not going to use the 4 in the bottom. I'm just going to use 1. And they have little faces, which of course I did not color in on the one that I end up using, which was stupid because you can't see the face. I am going to choose the calico with the bell and no little bag. And I'm going to plop it right in the middle to make sure it fits. Yay, it fits. And then I'm going to take it back out again, and I'm going to put some UV resin in there. More blue. No, this one's purple. It looks blue on camera, but it really is purple. You can kind of see that it's purple in the little silicone dish over there, kind of. It's a lot more purple in person. Really should have given him a little face, but you know, whatever. Her a little face? Probably. So I cured it the first time, and then I put a big doming layer on top to make sure that it looked okay. Yeah, I'm trying to bring out the purple, but, you know. Look, more missing footage because I'm a moron. So here's my second round. Instead of using sand, I'm just using sand colored UV resin. And then some translucent blue UV resin. And these are all mixed from various dyes and inks that I have. So this time, and I'm gonna do it again. This time it's gonna work a little bit better, though. It will work smidgen better. You get much better idea of what's going on here. So I cured that layer, and I'm putting on another layer because I have to have rocks on my beach. And I have this sand with these little itty bitty tiny pebbles that I think just work really, really well for rocks at this size. I think it looks great. I'm even going to use a slightly bigger one as soon as I figure out where to put it. I'm going to make sure all the rocks are completely covered in UV resin, just to make sure. Give it a little protection, make sure that they are held on there good. Roll it around and get it all sloppy. And dome the back because this one did the same thing that black one did. The light did not go through the brown like I was hoping, but I was able to fix it, so I have to dome the back just like I did the black one. Well, I think those came out, for the most part, super cute. The first one, yeah, but the last one, yeah. This is kind of what I wanted the first one to look like. Yeah, that didn't work so well. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you would have done differently. Let me know what you want to see in the future. Do you want to see me do more of these kinds of pendants? I have some empty bezels that are shaped like cats and stuff like that. Let me know if you want to watch me fill those, because those would be even easier to fill than these. Those would almost be like coloring books in three-dimensional form, right? Believe that. I think that one's my favorite. The kitty didn't come out quite as nice as I was hoping, but that's mainly because I didn't really give it a face. If you're really close, you can see the face, but yeah. So here's my username. Yay. I have no idea what happened to this one, because I was hoping that was gonna stay flat, but it bubbled and did weird things and bleh. And this one I put too much of the glitter in, so you can't really see the two-tone pink and blue thing going on anymore, but it's alright. And then this was just something little cute, you know, some flakes and then some glitter pieces on top. And then these are just micro beads that I've had forever. I have a container. I've just had them forever. And then, of course, the first ocean pendant, which did not work at all. But that's okay, because you know what? I think they all came out pretty well, considering, except for that one. But other than that, I really, really liked them. So, yeah, let me know what you would have done differently. Let me know what you would have put in the pendants. I wanted to put little flowers in them, but I could not find them. I thought I had little flowers somewhere in, I don't know. Anyways, but, yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was very relaxing, and I hope you enjoyed watching. So, with all that being said and done, I'll see you all next week. Stay safe.